Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. We're going to be testing out the Ikitursa in the T5 Firestorm Abyss. I'm going to make a slight alteration to the fit I previously used. Previously, this has got to do with the drones, because the drones can be some nice complementary DPS to your Entropic Disintegrator, because its standard DPS is very low. So having some, just the extra little bit of DPS from the drones can actually go a long way. The problem is, I have a hard time using the drones because the optimal drones in the Firestorm filaments are hammerhead drones, the thermal drones. The problem with them is they have really little HP and they just die so quickly. So what I was thinking here is, instead of using hammerhead drones, I use a Gecko. Gecko is not as efficient as a hammerhead because it does a tiny bit less DPS than 5 hammerheads. It's also not doing thermal resist, it does a mixed resist, so it's not as good. But the reason I want to use it is because it has so much HP. And it's also a shield-based drone. Shields-based drones recharge their shields. And since it's one drone I'll be using that will take up the full bandwidth, I can then focus my remote repairs on this. So what I'm going to be doing here is focusing on having remote shield boosters right here. So I'm thinking is I could perhaps have one remote armor repair and then I have a shield booster, because it could be good in case it somehow takes armor damage. I'm able to repair it because it does have a big armor buffer as well. I'm just thinking right here, shield 1.8k, armor 1.2k, good resists here actually. And if what's the structure? Okay, structure is 3.2k, but we could have then 2 shield boosters because the Ikitursa has a bonus to as armor repairs as well. That could be an idea. Yeah, I think that could be an idea. So we'll have maybe a remote. Can we fit a medium remote shield booster? Is it possible with the fittings we've got right here? Not like that. Pit them C-type maybe. Nope. Compact maybe. Just about. The power grid is slightly off. Let's see, medium. A compact one would be really great to have. We could perhaps have a small one. Pithy A-type. Remote shield booster. 127 over 4 seconds. 94 over 3 seconds. So this is more HP. It's a bit worse range though, because this ship gets a bonus to the range of its remote shield boosters. So I think we'll go with dual armor repairs. We'll do like this. And then we can have, I think we can go with dual armor repair, see how it goes. I'll just see how it goes. Undock. Oh, we actually need a filament. Okay, let's undock right here. Okay, let's undock right here. Chaotic Firestorm. And we can just have the remote armor repairs running all the time, just to give this thing maximum remote armor repair. It would be nice to have a shield booster because then we'll be able to have it be a max buff all the time, but the armor is going to be a bit increased in the terms of its buff in the Firestorm type. Plus, this has really good range, so we have a bit more flexibility with moving the Gecko as well. And this also uses really little capacitor, so we won't be nerfing ourselves as much as well. So hopefully it'll go good. Hopefully it'll go good. We'll see. I really love to be able to use my drones pretty liberally because it just, the little extra DPS assists Entropic Disintegrator to quite a big degree because the initial DPS is just so low. So anything extra, that I don't like to spend time having to recall my drones all the time. I like to just keep them out there. So I'm not going to do the dumb mistake I did before and just deploy my drones straight into a swarm of rogue drones. I'm going to wait a little bit until they aggro me like that. And now I can deploy the Gecko. And when we've got the Gecko right here, we can lock this guy up and go with the Mystic and snipe them at long range because we've got some really good tracking over here. I've got this guy over here. So we can have him go for stuff, and then we just have him have his have these remote armor repairs just staggered a bit. So in case he is to take damage, we'll just always be able to. Oh, we do not want to repair the enemy. We want to repair our drone. In case he is to take damage, we'll just get like constant stream of remote repairing. Okay, we do not seem to be able to track too well right here. With Occult, we don't seem to apply too well to these guys because the Gecko is a heavy drone. So that is also a bit of a downside compared to medium drones. Land. Oh, we're getting the guy disrupted a bit right here. Yeah, the Gecko I guess is not that great when it comes to these little rogue drones over here who are going to be really fast and small. He might even be getting webbed as well. Yeah, he is getting webbed in fact. So he's not able to really attack that snare cast over there. I'm going to go with a bit of Mystic over here. See if we can snipe him. Oh, we can't because the damn fog casters. Let's try eliminating this broadcast over here. Can we do it now? There we go, popped. And have them go for the drones a bit closer. There we go, good. And now we can have our armor pairs who just deactivated because they're a bit too far away. Okay, let's pop that extraction node. Great. 8.9 million. Hopefully buy it out of cash. Popped. Go to the next one. Yeah, it was pretty decent. You see the armor just constantly being at max all the time. It will be a bit scary when it does start losing armor. It's like, okay, now it's serious now. I don't feel like I worry too much about losing the drone because it's just one drone. I'm always having to get repaired. As getting repaired by both of these remote armor pairs. To be honest, I could perhaps have a third one for to remove this auto targeter. Yeah, I could have a third one as well. It'll be even stronger. So that's an option I could have as well. Go with triple remote armor pairs. Be extremely powerful then in terms of remote repairing capabilities. Gecko will just be able to face tank stuff. Okay, go for the spark lance over here. The auto targeting system is nice to have because it increases the amount of max lock targets we've got. But we could actually remove it maybe and put a remote shield booster perhaps, because it does use quite a bit of CPU. I wasn't actually factoring this into the equation. Otherwise, we could perhaps use a medium remote shield booster actually, because we unlock a lot of CPU by removing that. Okay, let's go for this guy over here. Let's see now if we got remote shield booster. Put them A-type or medium remote. Oh, the power grid is also a bit problematic. We could fit the compact one. Nah, power grid is still a problem right here. Otherwise, we could put this Gistum A-type. That would be great to have. We could have this pithy. Or we could just have triple remote armor repairs. Because having this remote armor repairs is just so great. Because they're buffed to oblivion as the Ikitursa. Destroyed. Open this up, 21 million. Not a whole lot. But it can be a lot worse as well. Okay, recall drone. Not drones, it's drone. I'm usually always carrying multiple drones, but this time it's recall the drone. Okay, next room. What have we got here? Extraction nodes, Triglavians. Okay, Triglavians are pretty easy for the Ikitursa. Not too much to worry about. Just need to make sure you don't encounter too many of these high damage Ikikimoras. They can do a ton of damage, but for Ikitursa it's not too much of a deal. Let's have the Gecko go and get some action right here. Get the remote armor pairs going on. Spool up a bit while I'll go for that extraction node. And there we go, good. Gecko is doing a bit of damage too. Can do a bit of occult over here. Webifier 2. Great. Getting some shots from the Gecko. Good to see, good to see. Wreck him. I go for the extraction node. Open it up. To be honest, I should be going for the Dracamax because they're going to be repairing their armor since they by default have a little bit lower armor. So it's good to be able to take them out before they have enough time to repair all their armor. I could actually have them just go for the Gecko go for the Dracamax now. We'll be doing quite a bit of damage because they've got reduced thermal resist and we do thermal damage, these Triglavians. And by default they have low thermal resist, so I'm sure that it wouldn't surprise me if they've got almost zero thermal resist actually. We'll just go for all Dracamax because they're going to be providing so much remote repairs to these Damavics, so it's better to just take them out. Keep a range 10 kilometers so we just don't drift off and waste our spool up that we've been spending a bit of time to get up to. What is it now? 570 DPS. Keep a range 10 kilometers. And each one gets a bit easier because you've got less remote repairs on the grid. because I feel like the second one is going a bit quicker and the other ones will go even quicker. Gecko lands some big volleys, penetrating shots, big omni damage volleys. Now the Gecko just take out that bioadaptive cache for us and go and grab this over here. But triple remote armor pairs could be an option, because the main thing I'm thinking over the shield is the shield would be nice, but it's good to raging electrical, but unfortunately the total loot was not that much. Raging electrical is a pretty good drop to get, but even then it was not that much in total. The thing is, the remote armor pairs, they've got so good range, so I think that's going to be what's going to be worth having them, even though it's maybe not so optimal with a Gecko. Geckos do have pretty big armor. In the firestorm they'll have even more. It'd be really nice if there was an armor based variant of the Gecko. Now that would be cool. That would be perfect for this. Just be an unstoppable drone. Let's go towards the gate. I'm going to stop a little bit here, just so we don't drift too far away. Okay, here we're getting close, so we can move now. Or we can even pre-Webifier one of these drones, just so he's really slow, so the Entropic Disintegrator and Gecko can start hammering them hard. There we go. Let's go for this anchoring dammer. 1.2k volley. Oof. It's no joke right there. Let's go for this one. It really shows the luxury. It really shows like how spoiled or how much of a luxury life the Ikitasa lives, where it's able to afford to fit remote armor pairs for its drones, which are not even its primary damage type, because it's got so good tank. It's like, okay, I'm just going to use these extra utility just for whatever I can fit in there, and it's remote armor pairs for my Gecko, and that's how much we got to spare in terms of fitting, in terms of capacity, in terms of our bonuses that give good bonuses to our remote armor pairs. Gecko is in. Let's go. Got 9 minutes left on the clock. What do we have here? Renewing Rodiva. Extraction, no, we can go for that, because we can snipe these guys on the way here. With Mystic. Mystic. And go for the Gecko. I think we should be able to hit from here. Yeah, that's good. I like to see that. These volleys. And we should lock up that Gecko too, just in case. Just in case he starts taking a ton of damage. Okay, we've got a 3.1 kilometer range on the remote armor pairs. That's why it's, because it's not like it says it's got like fall off and optimal or range within, but that's not really what is the range. There's like max activation range. Its max activation range is 31 kilometers. But now we can use it because the Gecko is in range. Now we can switch over to Occult. I think Occult has got better tracking than Mystic as well. Even it does more damage, it's also better at tracking. Okay, we'll go for that Renewing Rodiva over there. He could be good to take out. So we don't have a bunch of remote reps going on. And volley just shields like nothing. Go for bioadaptive cache. Before I was mentioning how the Triglavians can be quite easy in the firestorm type. There is one downside though, is that they are armor based. So their armor is going to be improved in the firestorm side. So even though they have low resists, they're going to have still raw HP is going to be a bit higher than usual. But they don't feel particularly strong just because of how they have hardly any resists here. But they do feel strong in terms of their damage. In terms of the tank, not so much, but in terms of the damage, they'll hit hard because of the reduced thermal resist. They do thermal damage. It's not a good time you'll have. Take out these little drones. Pop the cache. Okay, I feel like these drones might be wanting to pull a quick one on us and try to snipe our Gecko. Luckily for us, we've got remote armor pairs, but they're trying to draw him out. You see that 27 kilometers? They're staying at 27 kilometers, but because of that, I can also snipe them really nicely. Yeah. Let's see what we've got here. 10 million, not that much. Unstable small armor pair mutaplasmin. Abyssal loot, 64 million. Could be more. We'll get some big volleys there from the Gecko and those rogue drones. Go to the origin conduit now. Can return the drone. See if we've got some attackers on the other side. We've got some gankers. Hopefully not. One thing I just realized is that the assault damage control increases the HP by a lot, but it will not be as much on us since we've not got max shields here. We've only got armor and structure. And the shields become really big in terms of the HP with those all damage control because they give good resist bonuses. So we do actually have a lot less than 98k HP when we go out here with our Zol damage control. But Gecko in the T5 Firestorm Abyss with the Ikitursa. I think the potential upgrade path could be to have triple Centii A-type small armor pairs. Could increase the HP per second even more for the Gecko. But it felt really smooth. I didn't have to recall the drone a single time because of it losing too much HP. It felt like it was invincible out there. I did, however, not take a whole lot of damage, so it's not a very good test. I could have got more drone aggro and it could have been better. Or it could just be that I was repairing so much that it didn't really matter. But felt very good, felt a lot better than the hammerheads, even though the hammerheads would naturally be the more go-to drone damage type. The thermal damage also is a high DPS drone, 5 medium drones, 450 megabit per second drone bandwidth. Feels like the Gecko actually outperforms, or at least feels a lot smoother in terms of just using your drones to do damage. I'm actually using it, not just keeping them in my drone because I'm worrying about losing it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you learned something new. T5 Firestorm Ikitursa. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.